This is a quick video on how to install ENVE valve extenders on your tube or tyre. Obviously this is a tube for a clincher wheel set, but the same principle applies for tubular tyres. The first step is to make sure that you have the correct length valve extender for your wheel. I'm running ENVE 4.5, so I'm using the 55mm extenders, and then it's important to make sure that your tyre or your inner tube is fully deflated. Next, you need to remove the valve core, which is this piece here, which you need to do with a pair of needle nose pliers. Using the needle nose pliers, you need to loosen the valve core. The best way to do that is just to hold the valve stem and make sure you loosen the valve core here and not here. If you start loosening this section and torquing that off, you can end up breaking the valve. So quite simply loosen it up, and then it should just, with finger tension, just come undone really easily. You need to set this to one side and install the valve extender. To install the valve extender, make sure you insert the threaded end into your valve stem and simply twist that into place, and then tighten that up with the needle nose pliers. Make sure that you do not squeeze too tightly with the needle nose pliers because you don't want to crush or crimp the valve extender. ENVE provide two little flat spots, if you can see that there in this light, that enable you to get a grip of that. You don't have to tighten too much, just until it's nice and snug and isn't turning anymore. You don't want that to rattle loose and start leaking air. Once the valve extender is nice and snug into the valve stem, you need to reinstall the valve core, which quite simply screws back in place to the top here. Once that's screwed in tight enough by hand, use your needle nose pliers just to snug this back up again, making sure you're tightening here on the little flat sides and not here, because you can end up breaking that. Again, make sure that's nice and tight, but don't over tighten it. You don't want to be damaging the thread or damaging the valve extender. But that's it. You can pump that up as normal and insert it into your tyre and wheel. And if you've done that nice and snug without over tightening, that should give you hassle-free riding. Cheers, hope that helps.